Hi, everyone. So today I wanted to do a spread for what we don't see. One of the greatest uses of tarot is to dive deep into our subconsciousness, and that is where we will find the things that we cannot see. So for that reason, I thought it would be great to just do a spread using tarot, do one layer for tarot for what we don't see, and then another layer with the big picture oracle, and try to sort out some of these things that perhaps we are overlooking or don't see at all. So we will start with the tarot. Justice, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Lovers. Oh, okay. Well, the bottom wanted to show us both King of Wands and Ace of Wands. So there's a very fiery energy here. This may be talking about you and that you don't see your own potential. You don't see your own power. And that you might be holding all the answers right in your hand and you don't even realize that. So let's set that aside though. We will reference that, but let's look to see what showed up in our spread. So it's really interesting to me that when I intentionally laid a spread for what we do not see, the heart of this spread is the moon, and the moon is exactly that. The moon is what we cannot see. So this leads me to believe that we're on the right track here with this particular spread because there is something here that you are not seeing. So I suppose that's why I felt drawn to use the cards in this way today. But you've been working on something. There's a Knight of Pentacles here, and you have certainly been working on it. So whatever this is for you, something that you have diligently been working on, something that you're very dedicated to, something that you feel like you have put a lot of time and energy and effort and investment in, but also something that you have taken a lot of care in organizing and the details and crossing the T's and dotting the I's. There's something that you have been working on. But it feels like with this moon here that you have no idea where it's going, what it's all for, why you're being called to do it. You're just sort of, there's this feeling that you're blindly just trusting the energy and you're blindly following what you're being called to. It looks like though that you are moving towards what you feel in your heart that perhaps your inner child is calling you to do, or perhaps something you loved to do as a child. So I feel like with this moon card, right, being in the heart of it, the feeling I'm getting so far is that you're definitely working on something, you don't know why, but your heart loves it. And so with this moon here, it's calling me to tell you to just really be still during this time, to silence yourself, because when the moon is your true central energy, there's a need to really look deep inside and to meditate, or just at least just be quiet with your own thoughts and see what comes up and try to reconnect with your inner child. And I did a reading the other day about writing a letter to your inner child. So for those of you who saw that reading, then that part will probably resonate with you about getting in touch with your inner child. You don't have to write a letter to your inner child, but a lot of the times it helps. But in this case with the moon, I'm certainly getting to just be silent and try to listen to the voice of your inner child. Try to listen to what you would have said when you were 8 years old and what you're being called to do and what your inner child is calling you to do. And this other idea of getting silent is a really good way to get grounded, because I know a lot of you here are empaths and you're very highly sensitive people. And so the moon card can be overwhelming in that regard. And so there's a need to get grounded, and getting very silent is a very good way to ground yourself so you can figure out what all of this work you've been doing, what has it been for? What this calling is for you, what is it for? But you're very motivated. We have the Eight of Wands here. It's like, you're getting stuff done. You're making a lot of progress. You're feeling like you're making a lot of strides. But this Eight of Wands here also tells me that you could be overwhelmed, that there could be so much information coming in at once that, and again, going back to being empathic or being highly sensitive to the energy, there it goes back to this idea of you needing to drown out the noise. Just drown it out so you can understand what your inner child is trying to tell you. So that seems really clear to me, that you're accomplishing a lot, you're very organized when it comes to it, but you're not sure why, and you're getting overwhelmed. And this Five of Wands being up here is really telling me that there's something weighing on you. There's some kind of conflict around you that is weighing on you. And I get the sense that it's separate from whatever it is you're working on, because what you're working on is headed towards this way, but the Five of Wands is headed this way. And those of you who watch my big picture oracle readings, I talk about the energy moving this way. So it's just the way I read cards. So I hope you're following. And if you're not, it's okay, but I'm just going to explain. So, but the Five of Wands is here, and it feels like there's something weighing on you that's external to what you're working on, and that there's someone in your energy who may be distracting you, who may be trying to resist what you're doing here, maybe even intentionally standing in your way, trying to suppress some of these things that you're doing. So make that make sense for you. But this feels like someone is interrupting your energy or trying to interrupt your energy, which is adding to this moon card energy that's sitting right in the heart of this spread. So for example, if you decided that you were going to start a business and you've been working really hard on it, and your inner child is calling you to do it, even though you might not know why you've been called to do that, there's someone in your energy here with this Five of Wands that is saying, that's a stupid idea. That business will never take off, and you should just keep doing what you've always done. So that's just a random example, but try to make that make sense with your situation, because that's really what the energy of these cards is telling me. So, you know that what you're doing is the right thing. And I think you also sense that the universe is about to step in and have an intervention, because this Five of Wands energy person, whoever's getting in your way, they may have just finally taken it too far, or they may have just finally become too much. And so with this Justice card falling here, this tells me that you know that this is divinely guided, and maybe you've even prayed or called out to the universe or meditated and said, hey, I need help with this person. I need help with this person who's in my way. So can you just like send some reinforcements? And that's why the Justice card is here, because you know that the universe is coming to the rescue. You can almost feel it. You can sense it. And with the Lovers card coming in here, this is really what you can see in this energy around you, which is also a very divinely guided type of thing, because the Lovers card is about choosing from the heart. And once you're released from this Five of Wands energy, whatever that is for you, that the universe is coming to help you with, then you'll be able to see more clearly what your choice is and the path that you should go. That this idea that the Six of Cups is calling you is going to become more clear and available to you to actually make that choice for the path to open up when it comes to whatever this is you're working on. I really hope I'm articulating this right. So, but what you don't know is that there are a lot of options here in your environment, and I'm getting the sense that this has to do with people. So I don't necessarily mean love interest, although it could for some of you, but it's okay. This is becoming very clear, so just bear with me. This energy is telling me, because we're about to get to the part that you don't see, that when it comes to choosing the people around you, that perhaps you don't always make the right choices. So picture these 7 cups being 7 different friends of yours, or 7 different people that you spend time with. Some of these people are true friends. Some of these people are not. That is what is coming through to me right now. So this is for someone. that there could be someone around you who is using you, who is just trying to charm you, who you really need to enable some boundaries with, you really need to say no to. So this is something that you're not really aware of, that the tarot is telling me right now. And the thing that you don't see now seems very clear to me. To find those three people, because now we have 3 cups. Here's 7 cups in what you don't know, and here's 3 cups in what you don't see. So these 7 people, only 3 of them are your true friends. So you don't have to take those numbers in a literal sense, although it could be. You could have 7 roommates and only 3 of them are your true friends, but make it make sense for you. It doesn't literally have to be 7 and 3, but the point is only some of those people are your true friends, and that is what you don't see, which is maybe why you have this conflict, this drama, this situation going on around you where it feels like you can't get started on this dream of yours, this dream that you have always had since you were a child. You can't get it started because there's someone here who's not a true friend who's trying to stop you from doing it. And that's making you feel lost, and it's making you feel this moon energy, like, what the heck am I doing this all for? Because this person who I trust and love is saying it's never going to work. So why am I doing it? And there's this growing sense of despair or discomfort with the moon card. But that's false information. That person is not your friend. That feels so clear. So let's do another layer with the big picture oracle and see if we can get some supporting energies. So there's the book, the snake. This is what I'm talking about. Someone that you cannot trust. The metal, the sun, the clouds right over the moon. This is so synchronistic, it's ridiculous. The wine, the cross, the rose, and the clover. So, and underneath is the road, and the road is about making choices, and so is the lovers. And this is what we're talking about. You're making a choice to follow your heart, to follow your inner child, to follow what's in your heart chakra, whatever you're being called to do. But you're making a choice to either do it or not do it because this person is telling you not to do it. This person who's now showing up as a snake is telling you not to do it. So, but let's start here because we have the clouds with the moon, and the clouds in the big picture oracle system are all about confusion. And that is exactly what we've been saying with the moon, that you're saying, I know I'm being called to do this, but I don't know what the heck it's all for. I don't know why I'm doing it, which is why you're easily persuaded by this person who's telling you not to do it. The sun is here with the Knight of Pentacles, which we were saying, you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the effort, you've been just really organized and investing. And the sun is here because you're really enlightened to that fact. You know this is going to make you happy. You know you're going to have success with this, but you don't really understand why or how yet. It's just this inner knowing that the sun brings. With the Six of Cups, we're talking about your inner child, and there's a wine card here. This is your inner child celebrating. Celebrating, this is a card of celebration. It's not literally a card of drinking wine. It can be, but not when it has to do with your inner child. This is a card of celebration. So this is your inner child celebrating the fact that you have already put so much work into this and that you've been following your heart and your guidance. Then, of course, we already said that the snake came in with this Five of Wands, saying this person is not to be trusted. This is someone you need to set a firm boundary with. This is one of those 7 cups that you should not trust. So the person who is telling you, don't do it, it's never going to work, that's going to be your clue that that is not someone that you need to have in your life, and that a hard boundary should be set there with that person. And this idea that you're being overwhelmed with information and to get grounded. The rose here is really saying that you are gifted. The rose is a card of gifts and spiritual gifts. And with the 8 of Wands, I was getting a strong energy of you being empathic and highly sensitive to the energy. And I think that the universe is saying here, but that's your gift. So right now you might be feeling overwhelmed by it, but with time, as you hone those skills and work on them, you're going to be able to feel less overwhelmed by all the energy that's coming in, and that it truly is a gift. It's just the way you have to look at it. With the book coming in with justice, this is reminding me that the universe is coming in for an intervention to help you with this snake type person, this Five of Wands person. Even though you don't really know how it's going to work, the book is generally a card of secrets and things you don't know. It's interesting because it's falling in the position of what you know. So what that tells me is that you know there are things you don't know. But since you don't know what they are, the universe is coming in to help with that. So if this person is keeping secrets from you, it's like this idea that you have a feeling this person is keeping secrets from you, or you have a feeling this person is lying to you, but you don't know for sure. And you're thinking, well, that person wouldn't do that to me. And that's why the book is falling here with justice, because the universe is saying, well, of course, you're a trusting person. You don't think that person would ever do that to you, but we know what they're doing. So we're going to come in and we're going to help you. We're going to get rid of this person, somehow get them out of your life, or get you moving your project forward and get them out of the way. With the Lovers card is the Clover. And this is reinforcing another thing that we've already said, that this is going to give you this opportunity to make a choice, to make the choice to follow your heart, because this person is now getting out of your way. And the Clover card is all about luck and opportunities. And so this is reinforcing this idea that your opportunity is right around the corner to follow your heart and to continue your work and to continue this calling, whatever your heart is calling you to do. And there's going to be a lucky opportunity involved with it. And that's probably part of this intervention that the universe is setting up for you. The universe is not only getting this person out of the way, but they're making some kind of an opportunity for you once this person does get out of your way, so that you can continue on your path and start to see changes and start to find people and networks and things that will help move your business along, or whatever it is you're working on. So this is very interesting that the Metal came in with these 7 cups, because the Metal is about recognition. So this is really urging you to recognize the things that you don't know, the people that you don't know yet, how to discern between who is on your side and who is not on your side. That is why the Metal is here, to recognize which of these cups, which of these people is really for you. And to maybe kind of narrow down your friend group, or narrow down your customer base, or narrow down your coworkers, make it make sense for you. Narrow down your roommates, to use that example. That there is a need for you to really be clear about who's for you and who is not. So then in this corner of what you can't see, again, which is what we asked for, is who is really for you. This is the lesson. And the cross is about karmic lessons. So this is your lesson right now. Your lesson is to understand your King of Cups power, that you are the all-powerful, King of Wands. Although I did say King of Cups, so we'll consider that. But use your King of Wands power to understand that you do not need anyone but good people in your life. And that is your lesson here. The lesson is to figure out who is for you and who is not, and to separate those energies using your empathic skills and using your intuition, because the moon is about intuition, and that's the only way you're going to see through these clouds, is using your intuition and finding who is for you. And it starts by knowing whoever is telling you you can't do this, that's a good clue for who is not for you. Wow. This was a fascinating reading. Will you please tell me how this was resonant for you? And we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.